Hey guys. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I scrapped the pre-done stream I had. I was messing with OBS and I think I actually got it to work, which canceled my whatever it is, like the pre-authorized show or whatever you want to call it. I know Chris was in the other one as well, so we'll give him a minute. And a couple guys from. I was just watching Ted DiOrio. He does weathering at 9 o'clock on 9 o'clock Saturdays. Yeah, here's a link for his channel. I know he does like a lot of RPM clinics and stuff like that. So I did a little bit of work on two of the buildings, which would be this one here. And I used chipping fluid for the first time. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love watching his stuff. I always learn something. I talk with Ted a fair bit through the week as well. And then I did a sponge on this one, which ended up being more of like a faded look kind of thing. Not sure which I prefer. I guess they each kind of have kind of their own look to them. Where that one looks just old and worn out, where this one looks like the paint's just kind of peeled off, which I guess is why they call it chipping fluid. But I figured what better thing to experiment on than this. Then while I was watching Chris's stream, I went through and painted the windowsills, the flashing for the roof, and the concrete steps, because they're not very interesting to watch, I don't think. Just put paint on a brush and whacking on there. Yeah, I have the AK one. I've never tried any of the other ones. I had it sitting there and I was looking at this and I went, like on the model, let's see if I can find the directions here. They're under here. So I was looking at this building here. It's got like a little bit of painted brick to it. So I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of just something to break it up so it's not just a whole row of all brick buildings, but I wanted it a bit more run down than that. Still learning as I go, I think. So what I'm going to do is we'll start with the windows. For the first building, I'm going to use this color on the windows, which is British khaki. And then on building number 2, I'm going to use I'm going to start with the white, and if I don't like it, I'll hit it with some pale blue. I'll do faded green, which is the same color as this stripe. Gray brown on building 4, and gray green on building 5. I don't remember what I used on this middle building, if I was to be honest. I think it's faded green and this one pale green. But that I'm gonna use, or on some of these metal doors, like these doors, I feel like they should be a green. Yeah, I do that a lot. Put something on and then it's like, oh, that was too much, and then you take it off and turns out better than you thought. I don't know what I did with the extra door I had, but the garage door that's in there, I think I did like four different colors on it, and then the rust. Just trying to layer it up a little bit. Like, I'm sure some of these doors have been painted over the years. I'm gonna do this. These can go. These guys can go somewhere else. I need to be right here. And another flashing I'll leave there. So many. Oh, and I painted the bricks for over top of the window because I think we've gone over painting bricks a fair bit. Just gonna move these two down. Oh, son of a gun. What's up, Mo? What are you doing? You decided having a nap was fine until I was live on the internet. Hey. You say hi? Hey. Seeing if my dog's gonna say hi or not. Louder. No, speak proper. Alright, there you go. No, she's just gonna grunt at me. Alright. Oy. Now she's just knocking everything over. So we'll just start with one and work our way across. all I do for this usually is I just tear a piece of that sponge off. I guess might almost be the same color as what these are. Pretty much. It'll do something. A little bit brighter. Bit of a poop run. Quick and easy. That wood door. Do I think they painted the door the same color on that building? They might have. You know what I should do actually? I'm going to hit these wooden doors with a wash quick. And then I'll go over top of them with paint. This wash for wood I pretty much use on anything wooden. Like there's a bunch of skids that come with the ITLA kit. He's actually pretty good. Like he sticks skids in on a lot of kits, and he has really nice ones. And they're wood, which is handy since skids are generally wood. So I use this on that, and then like deck tan over it to fade it, or paint the ends blue. I don't know, some usually that's for company markings or something. Kind of going at this haphazardly. I think a lot of it will get covered. Hey, James. In there. That one should be dry, so we can hit that one up. Get the door upside down. Yeah. Always once, whenever I'm doing the sponging stuff, I'll be like, oh, it's not doing anything. And I'll whack it really hard and just put a big bright spot right in the middle of what I'm doing. Tweezers is kind of one, it when you use a small sponge, you don't get it all over your fingers, but seems to help me not hammer it in there quite as hard. Are you guys able to see this half decent? All right, we'll just blast right on to the next one. 2B2. Or no, we got that door still. Do mint green. Yeah, it's wicked bright. Let's see what happens. The only downside to wood doors is you can't put rust on them. I have an addiction to rust, so I'm always sad when there's wood doors. Oh, that didn't turn out too bad. Not hating on that. Oh, see there, I just did it. I just put a big bright spot on it. Son of a gun. B5. That's that one. It's going to be gray green. Oh, I think I might hit this one up with the mint green too while it's out. Going straight onto this laser board, it kind of dulls it out a bit. Did it again. There we go. No, I don't sleep in. Be up at 5:30. I was up at 5:30 this morning. Rebel. Like the model maker Rebel. I think it's a blue can or a blue container. 3. We'll do this on that too. This is a roll-up door. This is the building with the... No. This is the building with the green stripe, so good chance it had a green door. So probably one of a few layers on this door anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I see them at the hobby shop. I've used some of their glue, I think. I've never bought any of their paint. That's enough of that. Leave this sponge right here. Rip off and new junk. The rival stuff is, I think it's kind of like a Tamiya quality paint. That would be my take on it, anyways. That sponge is not good. Try another one. That might work. All right, let's do some white on this one. This is ivory. Why did I pick that? Oh. There's two front ones. Probably the side door I'll pretty well leave alone, I think. And I don't think we're going to see it anyways because it's going to be butted up against building 1. I don't think I need to do that first roll up door. I think it's the second one I got to do. I think if I can't remember who was telling me. Hey Ted, how's it going? I think it was actually Ted that was telling me that ammo and AK are close to the same, and it's an ex-wife and an ex-husband, and the ex-wife started AK after the divorce to compete with the ammo brand. But yeah, it's hard to find ammo. It's hard to find ammo in Canada. It's nowhere near as common as the AK stuff. I always try and turn these, which isn't always the easiest, but that's like left-handed anger when I do it that way. Oh, and we gotta go at it. There. That would explain why there's three very similar quality products anyways. Yeah, I remember you telling me about Vallejo too. Well, I hit that door with paint, so I guess I better smack a little bit on it. Doesn't need much. Just a little touch. Maybe we'll make this a blue door. There we go. Gonna do some pale blue. Yeah, and it'll give you a true look at the color. Like, so here's a good. The game color is the new style bottle. This Vallejo Air is the old style, where it was like kind of a frosted container almost, so you never really got to see what the color was. So if you're in the store, here's a new Vallejo Air. So if you're in the store and you see this bottle and one that looks like this is the old one. So it might have been sitting there for a while. So if you see this one, this is the brand new, like out in the last year. They came out with that style bottle. Pardon me. Where's my used file? Over here. Let's go on this door first, since it's going to be the one that's hidden. That way, if it looks like doo-doo, doesn't matter. Nah, that That's all right. A little bit different. It's not a very good spot to be working. It's just my hand in the way. A little bit more. I'll get rid of the click. Yeah, putting the paint on the top, you get to see kind of what the actual color is too. I did it again. See if I can get some of that out of there. That might end up being the side door. I think it just got demoted. This one. Digging it. That one door looks pre-rusted. Now we're on the B3. I should be able to do that right over top of that. I was using my mixer before the live stream, Ted. I just went through, I picked out all my paints. That's why they're all kind of set up here. Because I went through them all. Oh, I don't think I mixed that one. Oh, yeah, I did. And I hit the paint mixer before the stream. What one am I working on? B3. B3. Front door. Where are all the doors on this one? There's one side door. Oh, it's just those two over there. Okay. I try to pay attention to which is the top and the bottom. I figure like the bottom's probably gonna lose more paint from people kicking and whatever. Push the door open with your foot. Probably have more paint to the hinge side. Get some more. Look at this. Wrong color. Yeah. It's like having a soundboard. Feel like this front door a little bit lacking. There it goes. Get this one again. Hitting these ones pretty hard to try and get down into those center sections. That one's done. On to the next one. I better spin this before I start grabbing colors that are incorrect. I think I can go from light green to brown. Should I do brown? I wonder if I should do. Oh no, we did blue on that one. Okay. I haven't done any blue doors in a while, but there's blue doors on that. It's like when painting figures, sometimes it's hard. You get into a kind of a groove, so to speak, of using a particular color. Then you end up with a bunch of people with all blue shirts or all red shirts or something. So try to mix it up. There's an ugly color for a door, but let's do it anyway. Yeah. I don't think that's going to stay. I definitely don't think that's going to stay. Nope. Only 3 windows on that building, so it's quick. I'm gonna find a gray for that. Make it look like those old steel doors from school. Where's one I haven't done? Right there. B5. B5. And just like that, all the windows are done. All right, that one gone. Stone wall. Rock gray, that might be the ticket. Pardon me. What does this look like? Yeah, there we go. Way too much paint. All that for one little door. So this is a rock gray. We're gonna try make that. There we go. Rock gray. I gave that bottle a bit too hard of a squeeze. Well, maybe that color underneath will do us a favor. It's good enough for that. Let's hit these bars with this color too, I think. There. Usually for like these metal things, I usually just do a gray and then actually it'll probably be the next thing I do now is dry brush some steel over top. Just get rid of all these paints here. Gray, green, where'd you come from? Right there? Yeah, but there's gray, brown too. Where'd that one come from? Oh, gray, brown is up there. You're going there. One day I'm going to go through and put all these paints in number order. Should be fun. About as much fun as watching somebody clean the paint out of their palette. That paint looks terrible. I had a new roll of paper towel. I don't know what I did with it. That's a sweet noise. I apologize for that. Gotta make her squeaky clean. I'll have to take a look for that dark aluminum. Gonna use, this is what I've been using. Steel. Find the aluminum a little bit too bright, or the aluminum I have is really bright. The other one I use sometimes is oily steel. I saw it. There it is. Oh, there's the new roll of paper towels. it all ready to go. Definitely not a professional dry brusher, that much I know. Hit these. Keep these bars. One set. Two set. Three set. And four. Uh-oh. Get back there. You're gonna run away. Getting a little bit of shine on it. Wee bit of shine. Let me see. Metal door. Metal door. This one will tell me how I'm doing because I'll be able to see the metal on the screen a little bit better. I don't want a whole lot to show up on here. We're just going to make them rusty anyway. A little bit, not much. Try it again. This is one of the things haven't mastered or even come close to kind of being confident with using is the dry brush. Well, that's where that one's going to stay. That's where most of the rest is going to be, I think. Just catch around these windows a bit. You can catch these hinges. Oh yes, all this roof flashing. This I'm gonna. Hopefully it'll hit it a little heavier. This I don't think they're supposed to be concrete. I was trying to look at the pictures and didn't really see much about it. This will be the part that kind of takes a minute. Going that way over there. Yeah. Again, I'm just going to make it all rusty anyways. I think I might have tacoed my paint palette there. It's got a bit of a wobble to it. Oh yeah, it's bent. Where did I put the paint? Lost the paint. There it is. These ones are off camera, so I apologize for that. Again, nothing terribly interesting with them. That one got hit a little heavy. More to go. And then it'll be time for the fun stuff, so to speak. In the dish. Hey, Brad. Where'd the rest? Break out some deck tan for this too. I want to attack this. I think I'll do deck tan first, because that'll do some of the window chipping as well. I think deck tan's got to be my most versatile paint color. Use it on rust, wood, metal chipping, painted window chipping. Goes great on hot dogs, hamburgers. Put it on your wings. This one. When I'm doing these ITLA buildings, I always start with this fat piece at the bottom because I know that's going to be covered by the windowsill. So if something's going to look really messed up, then you kind of get a look at it before it becomes a big problem. Not on that door, but on this door. This thing here at the bottom. Everybody kicks these doors open for sure. Top corner. A couple random spots. Beautiful. Keep it in the middle here. Let's go. Get out of the way, you. There. Oh, that one's really chipped out. Oh, well, it'll be okay. I promise. Keep this down at the bottom. I don't even know if this door will go on. I might do have it open or something. No, I don't think it will. One over here is open. One in there will be open. I can hear my neighbor's dog all pissed off about something. Little French bulldog, happy little fella. There we go. One more set of windows. Done. Are we? No, we're not. Yeah, we are. No. We got this door. Oh, faithful here. Ah, son of a gun. Oh, that's making it so much worse. That'll be fine. We'll fix it. We will fix that. There's going to be a lot of chipping on that spot there. There, problem solved. All right. Just take a minute here, have a drink. Emptied another one. Pardon me. Pardon me. So I was looking through my box of detail parts and stuff like that. I came across these little guys, which I think I'm going to end up using when I do the roadway for this. And it's a Yelton Models like catch basin, manhole covers. But they come with inserts, so you can drill the hole out for that, put it in, do your paving. If there is any in the hole, it's easy to clean out, and then the manhole is going to fit nicely each time. Oh, I thought those are pretty cool. Canadian company for anyone that's Canadian in here. And Niagara Falls, Canada. There's all his stuff. I'll hold it there for a second. Pause it if you need to write it down. What was the other thing? Oh, I found these two. These are from Dave's Decals. They don't look like much at the moment, but these are they're the old. See that's the front and the sides of the soda machine, but they're those old. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say 50s style soda machines, and they're printed in clear plastic. I did one on the on Fast Eddie's Texaco station. I think there's a Pepsi one on that, and you can light up that front sign with it being clear. Maybe I'll do that one on one of these. I'll have to go through and remember which parts to paint, what parts not to paint. I think it took me like 3 or 4 coats. Pardon me, 3 or 4 coats to stop all the light bleed, and I think I painted 3 on the outside and a coat of black on the inside, and that seemed to keep it down. Then I want to say it was a, what do you call it, warm white, so it was a little easier to stop bleed. And what was the other? Oh, this showed up the other day. This thing's kind of cool. This is from Dave's Decals as well. And it's a little lit or fire burn barrel type of thing. Came nicely weathered. I plugged it in. My power's on the other bench behind me, so I can't really show it, but I gotta move that power over here one day. It has a nice effect to it, though. I kept a bunch of scrap pieces from these the wood sprues from these kits, so I'll be able to put a little bit of, pallet wood or something in there. All right, back to it. I guess that's the halftime deal for football fans, between innings for baseball fans, and that was the end of period 1 for hockey fans. The Dodgers signed was it Tucker? Well, that's not good. They don't need any more. It's just going to be like the All-Stars from the rest of the league versus the Dodgers for the All-Star game this year. Like, those guys need another superstar. The Bills lost in overtime, so that was not cool. and the Leafs won in overtime, so there's a shocker. Oh, man down. Start with this medium rust. 11103. Ooh, that was super heavy at the bottom of the door, but it's okay. The only downside to having everything taped or so close together, I gotta try not get rust on the wood parts and still get everything on the metal parts going to work. Just go right across here. Slight taps. There you go. I'll do this guy next. Stay on the double door kick. Oh no, those are going to get rusted anyways. I was all upset there for a second, but no need. No sooner did I say it about getting the thing on other parts, but let's bang on these ones real quick. Yeah, buddy. There we go. That one, that one, that one. These ones. Try to kind of follow where I did the deck tan. This is kind of a simplified version of what I do on like a box car. I spend 2 days drawing dots and going in there with whatever different colors, building it all up. But those I do with a paintbrush as opposed to just sponging it on. Add all those dots. This one. Smack that a couple times here. Just gonna hit all these flashings quick. These things could be concrete or they could be. See, I feel like this is like that. See this copper on some of these old buildings, like old city halls and stuff. That's what it reminds me of. And rust is more fun than concrete, so that's what I'm going with. Ted, were those cars you were working on tonight, are those for your layout? Okay, yeah, I remember you mentioning the Fremo ones. Or is that where what they were Penn Central, were they? And you do Penn Central on your home layout as well, right? This one needs a bit more. Okay. Yeah, I remember the Ironton. Oh, yeah. No, I can remember. I wonder if I still have it in my mouse. So anyone that wasn't watching Ted's channel earlier or just before I started, this is a link for his channel, and he goes on at 9 o'clock on Saturday. So we got Chris at 7, Ted at 9, and then me somewhere between 10:30, depending on when Ted finishes. He's always got a master class in weathering. Yes, always go back and catch what you missed, or even if you had to get up in the middle of it. Or if you just want to watch it again, it's always every time I watch it, I learn something new. It's one of like he's a great resource for weathering. Even when I do the buildings now, I still use I use some of the things that Ted uses on the rail cars on here. I feel like I'm missing all these. This, oh, I don't like this one. There you go. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. Now back to the flashing. Ooh, ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. One more to go. All right. That's the end of that. I need this brush. Wait a minute. What happened with that door? I didn't do any chipping on any of these doors. Son of a gun. That's okay. So with the light rust, I don't sponge it on. I turn it into a wash. That one's done, that one's done, that one's done. We need to redo that one. So I will add a couple drops of what I call the scoop juice. which is flow aid, some water. Whoa! Yeah, nice. Just back in there. There you go. Too much. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And just anywhere that those kind of almost do the whole thing, it just gives it a bit of a rust. Like that kind of the fresher rust to the outside. Like all those deck tan dots. Oh, that's a lot of rust. Move that around. All those deck tan dots will sort of take that color on. That's the hope, anyways. Sometimes do a couple coats. These bars will hit it pretty heavy. The flashing will go real heavy. No real special technique to this part of it. As much as just smash it on there. I guess try and keep it away from some spots, but kind of see that one. Oh, that's a good little. I don't want to touch that one again until it dries because it's a good little rust stain going there. All right, Ted, enjoy the op session. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping in. There's that. Hit the bars heavy. This one I'm going to try. Just work my way around the outside of it. Kind of leave the middle alone a little bit. Except for right there. Maybe a bit right there. No, I didn't leave it alone at all. Alright, and these guys. No. Well, I guess they are on camera. I kind of been whipping through the ones over here really quick because I didn't think they were on camera. More than likely, I'll hit these with a powder or something once they're on the building. Now I think I'll go back to this first door. Go over it again. See that? Yeah, there's starting now. Just trying to get some of those rest spots like that. Thing with washes, they always kind of they dry light, so sometimes you got to build them up a little bit. Looking decent. All right, that'll be the end of that. In the water. Stuff dries so quick. There we go. Looks half decent. Oh, I gotta chip that door still. There we go. Just hoping to get some of these in tonight. Oh, looking good. We're at an hour and a half, and I think I might shut her down. My eyes are starting to get tired. I don't want to start messing stuff up. Yeah, so there's one of the doors. Turned out pretty good. I kind of want to let this stuff dry because when I pulled this off, it kind of bent a little bit easier than it should have. They're probably a little bit wet. Yeah, it came out pretty good. Might end up doing another wash on it. I think I may, depending on how my work day goes, I may jump on Wednesday for a bit, and that'll be putting all the windows and everything in, and maybe start some weathering on the buildings. What do we got? Monday will be off the track Mondays, and then there's Paul Stamp, Dennis Colucci, or N-Scale Train Boy. And then Thursday, I think, is M&M Rails. And then Saturday, Chris at 7, Ted at 9, and then me at about 10 o'clock. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. And I'll either see you Wednesday or next Saturday. Take care, everyone.